Spending way too much time looking at things. But I had to rest my vocal cords for a little bit. I should be ready to go. And there's Carcat with the chair.
He always knows exactly what to say to piss me off. Everything he does. His fake god-tier suit, his smug expression, the dumbass ways he butchers his sentences, saying shit like, "I'll get up in this motherfucker hog on." I hate it so much, but I keep coming back for more. He's like a drug. Even more addictive than this revolting soda I can't stop drinking. I've had so much Faygo I can't even taste the color anymore. I just taste the sugar and the bubbles and the awful flavor it leaves behind, which just makes me drink more to wash it away. Until I feel so nasty I have to take a long soda nap, but I wake up loathing myself even more. So I just reach for another bottle. It is truly the wicked elixir.
Terezi,
I want him to be out of my life. He is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. But I guess you can't help who you hate.
This is killing me hearing this. I seriously want to weep actual puke out of my eyeballs from this story. How did this happen? I've got to say, I didn't see it coming. If you told me sweeps ago, you and he... I wouldn't believe it. Like if the writing was on the wall there, I sure as fuck didn't read it.
Yeah, it snuck upon me. It didn't help that he terrorized us when we were hiding from Jack. Right under my nose, too. Somehow I didn't put the pieces together at the time and let him get away with murder. And gradually I started having these uncontrollable thoughts about him. Dark thoughts. And when I would catch a whiff of him in the corridors, like he was taunting me, that just fanned the flames. Then we started talking shit with each other more and more, and he was so much nastier than he ever used to be. Way more than any of our friends ever were. One time he started mocking my blindness, which never bothered me when anyone else did it. But somehow, the stuff he said, I let it get under my skin. And combined with meeting a lot of new people, I felt like I couldn't live up to. That's when I started reconsidering Aranea's offer.
I knew it! I knew he must have had something to do with that decision. Slimy bastard. This is mostly my fault. I wasn't vigilant enough with him and let our moral allegiance break down. If I kept a closer eye on him, maybe he wouldn't have lured you into a spinning tent of shit.
No, you shouldn't feel like...
Or maybe it's Connia's fault. She's always been a really good auspicious. Maybe she could have prevented this if she wasn't so preoccupied herself. No, wait, it's actually my fault again. If I had been on the ball and auspicicized between her and Rose, she would have had the time to auspicize between you and Gamzee. Damn it, I always say I know so much about romance, yet I routinely underestimate its complexity, so I only figure out what to do after it's way too late. God, I'm so stupid.
God, shut up! It's no one's fault but mine. I'm the one who has to deal with it.
Yeah, okay. For what it's worth, he'll probably just break it off and leave you once we get to the new session. All his loyalties and priorities are totally warped now. I'm not sure what he really cares about anymore, but it sure isn't any of us.
You think he'll leave me?
Yeah, I do. Whoa, what? Isn't that what you want?
No! I'd be devastated if he just suddenly ditched me like that.
Okay, help me out here. You're confusing me even more.
I feel pathetic. And I guess a sick and terrible part of me doesn't want him to go. But if he does, I want it to be because I tell him it's over.
Wow. Alright, I guess that does make sense. Sorry. I'm just trying to be supportive here. But I'm not always sure what the right thing to say is. I'm doing my fucking best. This is complicated for me too. You're both my friends.
I know. I appreciate your attentions, Carcat. Maybe it would be better if you weren't sitting up there in that backwards chair while you talk to me.
What? Why? Yeah, dude, you should probably ditch the chair. What the fuck is wrong with my chair? Or at least sit on it front ways. Or offer her another chair. I don't know, it's kind of a dumb affectation in this context. No, look, it's casual and relaxed. Like, it visually conveys that my presence in the conversation is humble and non-threatening, yet frank and attentive. What the fuck do you want from me? To sit on the goddamn floor. Why should I squat on the dirty floor? What difference does it make? So you can be on the same vertical plane with your friend while you exhibit compassion for her grody clown problem.
Dave, it's fine. Never mind the chair, I don't care. It just struck me as a bit distractingly silly, that's all.
Okay, wow, fine. Fuck the chair. Pardon me for making myself comfortable during a sincere heart-to-heart discussion with a dear friend in need. But the time has come for me to cease straddling this deeply offensive piece of furniture. Away with you, four-legged temptress. Distract us no more with the most basic and utilitarian form of creature comfort you supply. Carcat just threw a tantrum about a chair. I just run Car Cat Tantrum Bingo. Yes, you did. At last, we are free from the accursed instrument of ass elevation. Where did you even get that chair? Did you steal it from the common area? Unlike everyone else, ever, I happen to make a practice of captulogging items which might be convenient on a day-to-day basis. Say I'm strolling around and find myself in need of a place to sit. Bam, suddenly a chair. And no, I didn't steal it. How could I steal something from the common area? Nobody actually owns any of that fucking furniture. That's why it's called the common area, you accusatory piece of filth. Sounds like communism. Are you a communist or something? Actually, that makes perfect sense with your sickle and all. What are you talking about? Wait, John has a hammer. Oh shit, it's all adding up. When we arrive, are you going to team up with John and seize the means of production? You appear to be jump-starting a facetious discussion about some sort of human economic ideological framework without having the slightest clue that your vehicle is parked squarely in the nobody gives a fuck zone. I'm just saying, first shares, what next? See, I'm all about private property and pocketing dough. Do you have any idea how rich I am? I am a man of means, motherfucker. What is your point? Just don't come after my boonies, dude. Or should I say, Car Cat Marks. Carl Cat Marks. You aren't being serious now. These are not the words of a serious person. I was having a serious discussion, like a big-time adult, with my good friend Terezi. Your callous and nonsensical remarks are derailing us from the delicate subject at hand. Why don't you be useful and say something reassuring to our sad mutual buddy, you wailing jet engine of infantile stentiliquence? Stentiliquence? What? I don't have much to say about this. I've kind of got to recuse? What? Myself on the matter? What the fuck does that word even mean? Who even uses that word? Recuse? Oh, okay. It's actually a Terezi speech. Recuse myself on the matter. I'm all kinds of on record as being squicked out by the idea of hate relationships. So I got no point of reference for gauging when one is fucked up the way that's normal for trolls, or if it's fucked up because it's actually fucked up and terrible. This is like some ex-alien boyfriend prime directive shit. I can't intervene because I don't know what I'm talking about. But you do, so I guess keep going. You were saying some pretty good stuff before I started riding your jock about chairs. Ugh. Terezi, do you see what I have to deal with? Actually, I guess you can. You can now literally see what I have to deal with and experience all due empathy for the fact that I have a douche of a best friend.
Yes, I can see. The view from here is douche-tacular.
Thank you. So that's it then. No advice at all, smart Alec? Why did I even bring you in here for this intermission then? Intervention, I mean. Sorry, I misspoke. It's not an intervention either. My ghostly head's all beaming out of this cry for moral support, yo. I'm in my homie's corner even if he's a massive socialist. Terezi, I think, can figure this out, probably. She grew up alone and blind in a forest. I think she will manage to bounce out of her juggalo phase. But yeah, Terezi, you should at least quit fucking the soda. Quit the fucking soda? Which fucking the soda? What? Don't fuck the soda. At least quit the fucking soda.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yes, I'll stop.
What? Just like that?
Sure, it's really gross.
I think we are missing the point here. This isn't just about an unhealthy obsession with a foul soft drink. It's about how you feel about yourself. You are barely functional right now. You can't even pick yourself up off the floor and put on a pair of pants. Remember pants, Terezi? You used to love pants.
Yeah, pants are pretty great.
You used to be a lot of things. And all of those were good things. But now that we're about to arrive, right when we need you the most, you did sensational belly flop into a circus vat of your own tangy slobber.
Oh, please. What could you possibly need me for?
You're an important part of this party. We'll need you to help stand up to Jack and whatever else is waiting for us there.
I don't think I will be very useful.
Well, not like this you won't. Oops, somebody's messaging me. Confused. Alright. Well, not like this you won't. You've got to get your act together.
No, I mean, even then it won't be. I don't have much to offer even on my best day.
What about your mind powers, though? What if you need somebody with mind powers to do some sort of mindy thing?
What mind powers?
You know, the one where you flip a coin and something crazy happens? Okay, I don't actually know how it works, but what about that?
I never developed those powers very well, and it's been a long time since I even thought about them. I don't think they're very valuable, honestly. In fact, all they ever seemed to do was trick me into feeling like I knew what I was doing. They actually made me believe I was in control of other people's fates, not even to speak of my own. It was a really dangerous kind of illusion, and now it feels like the only heroic thing I ever did with those powers was use them to justify killing my friend.
Huh?
Right. And what's worse is, to this day, I'm still not even totally sure if it was necessary. I think I've lost the ability to tell if I'm being punished for what I did or if I'm punishing myself.
Well, yeah, of course it was necessary. Even if it wasn't the morally right choice or whatever, it was obviously something that had to happen. That's the cruel thing about Paradox Space. It systematically validates all your mistakes as necessary outcomes. Not even necessary for your own good or personal growth. It's always bigger than you, like your errors in judgment are inseparable from the way reality has to unfold. So it never lets you forget about them, because they were all critical to the big picture, and all your past flaws are like scars. Scars in space-time that never heal, and always serve to remind you that the perfect version of yourself you wish you could be can never exist, because the survival of everyone you care about depends on him not existing.
I know all of that. It doesn't stop me from wondering.
It's simple. If you hadn't killed her, you would have withered away in a doomed timeline.
Yeah, and sometimes I wish I had. At this point, I think I would rather be the better person who made the right decision. Even if it also meant being the one to fade away forever.
Well, I wouldn't want that. Does that fucking matter to you? Does that factor anywhere into your dreary existential equation?
You probably think I'm crazy. Just as crazy as you think I am for dating Gamzee, but I really miss her.
No, I don't think you're crazy for that.
And yet, if I ever saw her again, there's no way I could talk to her. So part of me hopes I never— Ow! Dave, you dick!
What? Don't blame me. I can't control a crab. Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 3. Getting Donnie Darko up in the shit. And the bunny is having shippy times with Clover. Wait, why did that planet give me 2 elves? You're calling them elves now? Yes. But they're leprechauns, or gnomes according to some baloney scholars. They can now be additionally referred to as elves, I have decided. Whatever. Why are there 2? Because of the 2-for-1 deal. You sunk the 7th planet on the break, so when you destroyed the 6th planet, you unlocked both the 6th and 7th elf. Now you're on the 8th planet. This one doesn't give you an elf. It doesn't. No. What about a gnome? No. What about a leprechaun? No, you get nothing. Why not? Because you're supposed to skip this one and destroy it last. You're just wasting time hanging around here. The clock is ticking. Alright. But first, I want to get their powers straight. Am I correct in assuming their powers keep getting more useless? Yes. Just as I suspected. I don't even care anymore. I just want to know. So, Orange Hat, we have established, just walks ahead of me all the time. No matter how far he wanders and gets lost, I always seem to catch up with him. Yes. And Green Hat, he just has a doll with pins in it. Yes. What's up with that? He has a doll with pins in it. And every time you get a new elf, he'll take another pin out. That's all I will tell you. Okay, got it. It's pointless. Moving on. Maroon Hat. I can't tell what his power is. What is his power? He doesn't have a power. Are you fucking kidding me? No. That's a new low. Even for these shitheads. But Maroon Hat is pretty smart. You can use him as a higher ranking henchman or something. Being smart isn't a power. Plus, I doubt it. How smart can one of these imbeciles be? Imbeciles? You should talk to him first and find out. No. Come on, just a little friendly chat. Fine. I will have a word with him, very briefly. Okay. Hey, are you still talking to him? Oh, you guys are really going at it there. What the fuck could you be talking about for so long? This is getting ridiculous. The timer on the next cue ball bomb is ticking away. Okay, I'm back. And? Maroon Hat is highly intelligent and personable. I have decided he's my favourite guy so far. See, I told you. I will give him some important responsibilities later, but I've not decided what. Maybe he can hold on to something important for you. Good idea. Like what? Oh, I know, my caltop. No, not the caltop, that's dumb. My gun? No. Oh, my candy. No, you idiot. Fuck you. If you have an idea, then just tell me what it is, puzzle man. Look at the colour of his hat. What else do you have that's that colour? Also, what object can you think of that's kind of shaped like a 7? Oh, of course. A boomerang. Okay, I give up. I will make a mental note to secure a boomerang in the future. Yes, it makes so much sense to be a boomerang, thematically, because it always comes back around in one big circle, like all the time shit I'm supposed to be about. Okay, one last question. Why is Purple Hat constantly dancing in my presence? Yeah, I guess in retrospect, Purple Hat has always been pretty flirtatious, hasn't he? What? Maybe you should try to be more open-minded, though. Have you ever considered a star-heart-horseshoe relationship with someone? Maybe you will discover you've never truly experienced joy until you have been in a star-heart-horseshoe with a dancing elf. Caliborn has spiked his cows up on the ground in disgust. End Act 6, Intermission 5, Intermission 3. Yeah! Hey guys, stop dragging your feet back there. You're falling so far behind, you're starting to look tiny and ridiculous from here. The treasure should be buried just up ahead. Let's pick up the pace. Excuse me, some of us here have special needs. I think I will continue dragging my feet if you don't mind. Solix, will you just let Arania heal your eyes already and catch the fuck up? No! Hey, Aradia, was it? Yes. Can I ask you something? Okay. You seem reasonable and pretty nice. So I'm wondering, how do you feel about all this? About what exactly? About what Vriska and her pirate buddies are doing? You mean searching for the weapon? I think it's a good idea. No, I know. Of course it would be great to have an awesome secret weapon, whatever it is. I mean, how do you feel about the way they've been searching for it? By using all your ghost clone friends as bait, and getting the bad guy to blow them up to reveal the way to the treasure? That's probably the only way to find it. In my experience, the specific path you travel out here is very important. If we did not trace that exact path in the amount of time, I doubt we would have ever found the right location. In fact, it may never have been found by anyone. Okay, yes. Let's assume it was the only way to find it, granted. But I mean, does that really make it the right way to beat him? I couldn't say. Well, how do you feel about it? Most of the other pirates seem cool with it, so I'm wondering if you feel differently. It's probably necessary, and they would have embarked on this voyage whether I had come along or not, so I might as well join the fun. Isn't that what you did when you saw our ship? Sort of, but I didn't know what you were all doing yet. Yes, but once you found out, you continued journeying with us. Yeah, but I'm just hanging out here because I'm asleep. What else was I going to do? Exactly. Alrighty, is a little creepy. I don't necessarily share their point of view on the meaning of this endeavor, though. They consider this to be a great clash between good and evil, but I prefer to look at the coming battle as a matter of housekeeping. In the end, all loops must be tidied up, even his. And that's why you're a maid of life. Not life, maid of time. Maid of life is the other girl. Okay, but what about your friends? Don't you care about them? Of course I do. I love all my friends. Then why do you seem so cheerful when so many of them are getting zapped by lasers? Do I seem cheerful about that? Kinda. I apologize if that is the way I am behaving. It is not true, though. I think I look at death differently than most, and it's fair to say this attitude extends to death after death as well. I've learned to be at ease with the cessation of being in any form it takes, but I'm not, nor will I ever be the monster's handmaid. So please believe that I will never take joy from the destruction of any soul. However, you must realize that it is only by the grace of the horror terrorists that so many have been allowed to continue existing for so long. They have persisted for ages beyond their time, just as he has. As much as it seems to me his rampage is just another kind of housekeeping, while he rounds the ring undoing the work of the gods, we must prepare for his undoing as well, to ready the manor for the Lord's arrival, so to speak. Sorry, maybe I spaced out through some of that, but I'm still not sure what you're talking about. Maybe you could just simplify it for me? Are you a good guy or a bad guy? I don't like to think of myself in those terms, but I do try to be nice to people. Damn it. Okay, could you just maybe give me an idea of what it is you actually want out of all this? What I want? That's a pretty good question. I think I mostly want to see what happens when the whole place breaks apart. John's face. I've seen Arania's face before, but I had no idea what the context was, and now it's like even better. Oh my god, you're also insane. Are you coming or what? Yes, please come. I was about to begin one final story before we reach the treasure. Oh, holy shit, another story? I'm there. Sorry, Radia, I'd love to keep chatting, but you heard the lady. It's story time again. Wow, Radia, you actually sent a guy running to hear a circus story. That was a really impressive creep-out job there. Nice.
Thank you for joining us, John. Commodore Nepeta and Rear Admiral Pfeffrey have both been clamoring for this last tale, and I'm not one to disappoint. Clamoring isn't clams. Text it.
Okay, what's this one about? Ogre sex or salamander shipping or something?
Nope. Although I would be happy to tell you all about those topics another time. This is a story about 2 legendary rings.
Arania, your new name is Exposition Dump. No, not those rings. The rings I'm talking about are less powerful and considerably more obscure. But for what they lack in power, they make up for in mystery. Details on the rings are quite hard to come by. I've pieced together what little I know from various fables and myths. They occasionally make appearances in such stories, serving different purposes in each tale, and always called by different names. But in this story, they will be known as Rings of Life and Void. Rings, yay! Which John is in possession of. And Roxy had the other one, and we don't know where it is right now. The rings are said to look nearly identical, but their powers are quite different, as are their origins. The Ring of Void supposedly once belonged to the Black Queen of a Void Session, but one day it was stolen from her by a thief, and then stolen again from the thief by a rogue. Legend would suggest it changed hands like this for a long time thereafter, until finally vanishing into the void itself, forever. Which is fitting, as the ring grants its wearer the ability to do the exact same. The Ring of Life has a very different story. I found no reports of an origin to this ring at all. Like many magic artifacts, it may not even have one, which is comprehensible. Earliest reports I have read would suggest it was first discovered by some travelers in a desert, and like its sister ring, has changed hands repeatedly since. This ring, however, has a dramatically different effect. Instead of relegating the wearer to obscurity and immateriality, it does the exact opposite. It is said that any ghost who wears this ring will come back to life. In some stories, the fate of each ring appears to be entangled with the other. When one is lost, the other is serendipitously found. A great example of this can be observed in the fable of... Wait a minute. But I was just about to... Mind thing, I said, shut up. Wait. No, wait just a goddamn minute. Hold on. Are you telling me? Are you seriously telling me that ring... No, just... No. Back it up. For just a silk spinning minute. What's the matter? That fucking guy! Are you kidding me? And she took out her aggression by making two Cronuses smack into each other. Are you kidding me? Ah! Slambora! Rutuna falls over. Concrete and Porum are like, what? Tavros! What? What did you do with that ring? What ring? Don't play dumb with me. That ring you had. You know, the same one the orange guy tried to give me. I still don't know about this orange guy you mention sometimes. You talk about orange guy, but in reality, he sounds probably fake. Like how you thought Rufio used to be, until facts proved he wasn't. You actually think I'm making this up? Why would I make up a story about an orange guy? What kind of juvenile fuck-ups do you take me for? The orange guy was real. He was surrounded by a bunch of stupid fucking horses, and he tried to give me a ring, so I knocked him out cold. And later, you found it. No, I didn't. Yes, you did! Don't lie to me! You had the ring, and you and John were fighting over it behind your backs like a couple of idiots for a while. What, you think I didn't notice? Yes, no, I didn't think you did. Well, I did, and I didn't care because I didn't think the ring did jack shit. But now that I know it does jack a whole fucking lot, I would like you to stop behaving like a disingenuous, argumentative asshole and tell me where it is. I don't know where it is. It's gone. What do you mean it's gone? I had it, then John had it, and I wanted it back, but he wanted it also, so we argued with our hands over it until he vanished. And I tried to find it on the ground because it was precious to me for a while. Why was it precious to you? Are you telling me you knew what it did? No, I didn't. I just had separate reasons from that for wanting it. Well, whatever lame reason you wanted that ring, forget it. It's obviously a much more important magical item than either of us give it credit for. As soon as we get the treasure out of this cave, you're going to lead us back to wherever you lost it, and we're going to look for it. Is that understood, Poopmaster Nitrum? No, yes. Yes, I comprehend the literal meaning of your yelling, but no. What do you mean, no? That was an order. I think your mean-spirited angriness is making you remember to wonder why I keep wanting to help you and like you. And I think it's making me think I don't really care anymore about finding the ring, or finding this treasure, or help you do arguably evil things to ghost friends to get your objectives to happen. Tavros, what exactly are you trying to say? I think the bottom line of that is I don't want to be your poop master anymore, so I'm not going to be. Forget Tavros, you stand up for yourself. Where do you think you're going? Get back here! You can't just fly away from me like that! Oh, but I can. You forgot about my secret weapon. Behold, the self-esteems.
Self-esteem's my ass. I said get back here. If you go out there alone, you're going to die, you pathetic piece of shit.
I'll take my chances, you jerk. Yes. Fly, pupa, fly. Oh, yes. So clever how I referenced what were once scornful remarks directed at me. It's so sick. So sick.
We can hear you all the way from down here whispering to yourself, shit for brains.
Hey, Davros, wait up. I think I'm coming with you.
What? Solix, wait!
No, I pretty much had it too. I can't believe I went along with it for as long as I did, so yeah. I'll be hooked 2 ways from Perigene's Eve before I let Tavros upstage me in a backbone department. Alrighty, sorry, I can't be a part of this anymore. It's just making me feel dirty.
I understand, Solix.
Let's catch up again later. Hopefully this is all over.
Yeah.
Oh, Pfeffer and Peter will be coming with me too.
What? No, they fucking won't!
Yes, they will. They just told me.
I didn't hear them say shit.
They both gave me meaningful glances, as if to say, oh yeah, let's bounce.
You're blind! How could you see a meaningful glance?
Instead of underestimating the perspicacity of the sensory impaired, why don't you bite me?
No, they can't go. Commodore Nepeta and Rear Admiral Pfeffer are both critical members of my crew. This is mutiny! Vriska, I'm on your side here, but I feel I should point out that technically they both outrank you. Excuse me? No, they don't. Come on, I just gave them titles that sounded cool. How can you outrank a captain by being a commodore? A commodore outranks a captain? Yeah, right so. Yes, and a rear admiral outranks a commodore. No, but I thought a rear admiral was like some sort of joke rank. Who can take a rear admiral seriously? It might as well be a poop master. No, sir, it's actually the real thing. God damn, for a pirate, you should really know fuck all about nautical junk. Pretty embarrassing, TBH.
Yeah, this is all super interesting. JK losers. Anyway, we're out. Sound on the page? Why did you give me sound option if there's no sound? Ladies?
Good riddance, you backstabbing ingrates! I hope Lord English eats you all!
Hey, Vriska?
What?
Actually, you know that ring?
What about it?
I have it now.
You do? Where? Let me see.
No, I mean, not on me. I guess I wasn't wearing it when I fell asleep. It seems to have the power to come with me in and out of my dreams as long as I'm wearing it. That's how I got it in the first place. I had it on when I woke up.
You were wearing it? Why? And why were you playing keep away with it in the first place? I mean, aside from the obvious fact that messing with Tavros is its own hilarious reward.
I don't know. I guess I liked it. I just wanted to hang on to it for some reason. But I didn't know I would wake up with it.
This is perfect! That means all you have to do is put it on when you wake up, then come find me the next time you go to sleep.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
I'll think about it.
You'll think about it?
Well, yeah. It kind of sounds like an important item, so deciding what to do with it is kind of a big responsibility. It's supposed to bring ghosts back to life, but if we don't know how it works, or we don't know how it works, what if it only keeps you alive as long as you're wearing it? That would mean only one ghost could come back.
Right. All the better reason to let me use it. But there are a lot of ghosts. I'm just not sure what to do yet. Wait, you're not actually thinking of giving it to someone else, are you? That's my ring. The orange guy gave it to me.
She's like a grown-up Angelica Pickles. Jeez. Yeah, well, frankly, I don't give a shit about the orange guy. The ring is mine for now, so I'm the one who has to figure out what to do with it. Speaking of waking up, it's probably time I got going, too. I'm not going to try to join the mutiny or anything, but I do have friends waiting out there for me.
John, wait! I hope we're not parting on bad terms here. You aren't holding all this treasure hunting shit against me like Tavros is, right? We're still cool, right, John? If you have to leave, I get that, but I really want to stay friends. I always felt like we had a special bond, John. Like we're both always in the position of having to take charge as leaders, even if we never asked for that responsibility. And I don't want to pressure you into anything, but I'd really appreciate it if you'd at least think about me next time you take a nap with that ring on. It's fine, we can stay friends. I don't really like to make enemies with people, even if they're what? Vriska, I have to be honest. Years ago when we first talked, it was a lot of fun to get to know you.
Aurelia, what are you doing?
And I admit, I thought about you a lot since then. But I guess I never quite realized how little I actually understood you.
During this crazy treasure quest, I tried to reserve judgment, like maybe it was just a troll thing I didn't get. But seeing how these other guys felt about it, I think it's more complicated than that. Obviously not all trolls are like you, and I know I'm not. Maybe this was all for a good cause, but it still feels like a pretty fucked up way to go about it. And all I'm saying is, I'm ready to go. I've seen enough, and I miss my friends. I'll think about what to do with the ring, but honestly what? Again, I'm just keeping it real. But if I'm really thinking hard about who I should bring back to life, I don't know if my conscience can justify bringing back someone so dangerous. Fine. Don't give me the ring then. Actually, you know what? Even if you change your mind someday, forget it. I don't even want it anymore. You don't? No. I've been dead this long. What's a little longer? Keep your ring. I don't want anyone's pity. So beat it, Egbert. Well? Huh? John, I thought you were leaving. Oh, right. I guess I'll just be... What are you, fucking idiot? Don't go yet. What? Look, you made yourself perfectly clear. You think I'm a heartless monster, and you don't want to help me out. Whatever. But are you seriously going to check out of this dream like 2 minutes before you see what the treasure is? Holy crap, dude. Where is your sense of curiosity? If I can manage to put up with you for a little longer, I think you can stand my morally bankrupt company long enough to find out what this thing is. Why am I the only person in Paradox Space who actually thinks? Oh, sure. I guess I'll go a little further and check out the treasure. You're right. It would be dumb not to. Good. Party's over, folks. The Pirate Playtime Wiggler Jamboree was fun while it lasted. But it's time to get serious. The treasure's down there. If my guess is right, it should be buried in one of his ancient memories. But now we've all been windbagged to hell and back by my dear ancestor. So I'll trust nobody's going to mind indulging me in one of my stories. There was a pretty good yarn about this treasure I read once during our travels. Found it in some damn memory, who knows whose. It was a good read. Impeccable prose. Failing to do it justice would be the real matter of gray morality here, if you ask me. But right now I ain't in the mood to figure out how not to make it fucking suck. So I'll just say this. It was supposedly a weapon that once belonged to him, but he could never use it without altering its nature, meaning he could only use it once. So he did. After that, it could only be used again one more time, and only as a weapon against him. Knowing it was one of the keys to his defeat, he hid it locked away deep in the void. And that's it. Part 1 of my story. Hold your applause. Guess we'll find out if that's true. Or if it turns out all my despicable shit was in vain. Not that it would even matter to some people. You know, they can say whatever they want about me. But somewhere out there, it's a shimmering new universe growing in a big ball of water. He's looking hells majestic, amphibious and resplendent. His glorious croak would bring you to your knees. That universe is going to give life to billions of trillions of zillions of cute little aliens. You wouldn't even believe how pretty and wonderful and happy all those aliens will be. It will make your lip tremble just to think about them, and how worth saving they are. Wow. You could walk up to one of those aliens and put your hand on its innocent shoulder, and with a straight face you could say, "Sorry to break it to you, but tomorrow a guy named Lord English is going to destroy your universe. You're all going to die." And when that alien looks up at you with tears in its eyes, just before the first one rolls down its weird alien cheek, you lean in close to its absurd alien ear and whisper, "Psyche." That's because you knew a long time ago, in an obscure pocket of reality the alien could never understand or give a shit about, some crazy girl sacrificed the lives of a bunch of ghosts in order to kill that guy forever. They were already a million sweeps past their prime, existing on borrowed time, luxuriating in a kind of bizarre metaphysical longevity few others will ever enjoy. Just a fresh batch of bait the squid gods kept on ice for an insatiable fisherman, because they were sick of being hunted themselves. These ghosts were all that stood in the way of an end to this eternal holocaust, and sparing their souls ain't different in my view of personally committing atrocities on a cosmic fucking scale. I only ever wanted to do the right thing no matter how it made people judge me, and I don't need a magic ring to do that. You don't have to be alive to make yourself relevant, and you don't have to be a good person to be a hero. You just have to know who you are and stay true to that. So I'm going to keep fighting for people the only way I ever knew how. By being me. I would say well said, Vriska, but I don't really like you very much anymore. Bleh.